Hello, I'm Holly Rader. Today we're going to be creating a newsletter. Newsletters can be created in lots of different programs, whether it's Microsoft Word or Publisher, or whether it's Mac Pages. And the premise is basically assigned across all the platforms. Whether you're creating a blank account or a blank document, or you're using a template. Again, the basic idea is the same. Today we're going to be using Word. To begin, simply go down to the lower left-hand corner to the Windows menu and click on Word, or type it in the search bar, or you can click on the Word icon across the bottom of your screen. Now, of course, within Word, there's lots of different things that you can do. We're going to be working on a template, a newsletter, and we can either do that from a blank document or we can do it from a template. If you want to use the template, go down to the bottom, search for newsletter, and you can scroll through and look at the different options. Didn't intend to click on that one, but you can click on it and then see what the options are. This one is double-sided, great looking photos, which are easily replaced. So you can go into one like that. Let's just go to that one since we accidentally clicked on it. And then you can go in, change the photos. When you are looking on, just in case you didn't know, you can go right here and change the size of your files just to be able to see it better. So you can insert a photo and adjust it as you like to fit on the page. This we're not going to actually be working on this one, so we're just kind of rushing through the template option. You can click on and type in, so click on what it is, type in your own information, and scroll through and change as you need to that way. While we're there, before we start on the other one, let's take a moment just to familiarize ourselves with Word and with the layout. It's a great thing to do whenever starting a new project. If you're not familiar with the program, or if it's a project or a type of project that you haven't done recently or familiar with, it's a great idea just to go on in the program and look around and see what options, see what the menus are, and just kind of, like I said, familiarize yourself. So you'll notice across the top, you have an auto-save option, which is a great idea. I highly suggest if you're working on a project, it will automatically save occasionally, so that in case you lose the if it's shut down or something happens while you're working on it, it will be saved automatically for you. Of course, the save option, you have the undo and the redo buttons. Some of my favorite. If you click on something or you create something and you didn't quite intend to, it's a great place to be able to go back and undo. Along this one, you'll see the heading tabs, and then this is called the ribbon. You'll note that these options change under each heading. Each heading gives you a whole new option or new assortment of menus in the ribbon. And then some of those, so we'll have to click on something so we can do that. You'll note they have the little square in the lower corner. If you click on that, sometimes it gives you more options than you even saw within the ribbon, or it just makes them bigger so that you can see better. So that gives you kind of an enhanced or additional options. Under home, this has to do with your text a lot. Inserts, where you're going to do, you can add additional pages, add tables, photos, shapes or icons, charts, video, bookmarks, change your header, footer, comments, text box. Design, where you can choose basic lookout, and you'll notice as we scroll through these, it changes the look of the page as well. It'll change your color scheme. Over here, you can choose different colors, like a different color scheme for the page to look. And again, when you go through, you can see those changes on the screen. Changing the fonts, add a watermark. If you're not familiar with that, that's when you have the words or picture or something kind of in the background under the project that you have. Page color, borders. Layout can change the margins or the orientation of the page, the sizes, columns, spacing. And these get a little bit more in depth. For today, we're not going to be getting into all of that. Also, we are going to be working from a new project just because I feel like we can learn. We have a little extra time for that today, and we can learn more working from a new project than from simply replacing items on a template. So we're going to choose that, new blank document, and here we go. We're going to get rid of this one. And on our new document. So you saw what some of the templates look like, and you can kind of use those as a guide if you want. But the sky's the limit. We can do whatever we want to do. So let's start out with a text box to start. Maybe we should look at design. And pick a color scheme. And let's say we're doing a newsletter for a December meeting. We're just going to make this up as we go along, folks. You'll notice that as I scroll through, it changes the words. So that's a great thing at being able to see what it's going to look like. We'll center that. Now let's say we want to make this, dress it up just a little bit. And put a shape there. Okay, so for some reason our shape is turquoise. And that's because it goes back to, notice the theme colors. So if we went back to design, changed our theme, that's going to change what color that shape is. So now something else I'd like to point out is that let's see, shape format. You'll notice when you click on something, you get a format option here. We are going to click down to send backward. We want to send to the back, which should make the words come to the front, but didn't for some reason. Well, send behind text. How about that? All right. Now let's see, we want to insert a photo. And we'll say we want to use this one, which obviously we don't want it quite right there. You can change the size and look of the photo. And we can add our newsletter information here. You also might want to insert okay, so another option that I want to show you is let's we're going to kind of clean up some of this. Say we're going to insert a photo. And go to design. Let's see, actually, to do under picture format, picture layout. You can choose different options, and you'll notice that along the bottom or in the background, you can see the changes take effect. So perhaps you want it to be like this instead. Control C is copy, Control X is delete. And so that can give you a different look. Also, you can change colors, continue to change the look of it. Now, I know not a lot of the options that I'm going to be choosing go together, but what I'm hoping is that you'll be able to take from what I've done and put it together in a way that creates your project. That you'll be able to use these different options and put them together in your own way. Let's see. Back to insert. I'm going to add another photo. Want to show you some options over here. You can choose corrections. If it's you need to sharpen the photo a little bit if it's a bit blurry. You can change the brightness and contrast. There are several different things that you can do to adjust your photo for your project. You can change the color of your photo. These are good options to do a photo and then do a text box in front of the photo to create, or you can do it, kind of make it a transparent photo to create the words in front of it. Artistic effects. And again, just scroll through these with yours and see what the effects look like. See if it's something that can be used or that you like to use for yours. And there's your transparency options or opacity. You can also change it out or reset it to the original look. And then you have lots of other options here as far as changing the borders and the look of the photo. I think we talked about these earlier on the templates, but you can also use these within here once you've written your dialogue, all of your text, then you can go through and change your color scheme also. And it'll change the fonts as a whole. So I think that covers most anything. As always, I am available to give additional one-on-one instruction as needed, to make suggestions or give you additional instruction. I hope that you're having a fabulous December, and that new and brighter days lie ahead. Happy holidays, and have a good week.